I'm Chris Lawrence from AutoAcademics, and this is part 2 of our conversation with Ford engineers Jennifer Shaw and Rebecca Seiler via webcam from Dearborn, Michigan, as we discuss the new safety technology on the 2013 Ford Fusion. This information in both parts 1 and 2 should give you more insight on what's available with regards to safety technology and hopefully allow you to make more intelligent decisions when purchasing your next vehicle. Thinking about the packaging of this technology, there was a press release that was mentioned, that was recent, that mentioned that the safety technology found in the 2013 Fusion is not unlike which can be found on $100,000 vehicles. And, well, basically, I'm curious as to what concessions needed to be made in order to implement this technology in a $20,000 vehicle. Like, were you guys able to find cost savings in other areas to allow this level of technology to be included?
I think there are a couple of aspects of that. One aspect is just being smart in how you implement the feature, and I think you have a good story about that, and using just the radar as opposed to radar and camera, which maybe you might want to talk about in a little bit more detail. The other one I was going to mention, though, is economy of scale. So we really focused, the One Ford mission, basically, is to have one global company and focus on technologies that are going to work globally for all of our customers in North America and Europe and Asia Pacific. And because of that, we can develop features, and then we have the economy of scale that does help, from that perspective. So there's certainly expensive technologies that we're talking about, but if we implement them smartly, and we really try to be as efficient as we can, and we have that economy of scale that the global Ford brand gives us, I think we can definitely get there, and that's why we're able to offer such an impressive suite of technologies in a very affordable vehicle. Did you want to talk a little bit about the radar? Because I think that's a really good example. Right, and we've also made some changes to our algorithms. So for instance, in our Fusion Warning, this brake support algorithm, traditionally this algorithm is done with radar and camera, but we've been able, there's a new FCW NCAP, NHTSA has basically put out, just like they have a 5-star safety rating for crash, they have come up with some new standards for active safety technology. So they look at whether or not the vehicle has lane departure warning, electronic stability control, and now the forward collision warning feature. And the criteria that you have to meet to get that FCW NCAP rating is pretty stringent, and most of the manufacturers meet that by using both a camera and radar. But what we did is we took a deep dive back into our algorithms, both from the radar side and also our feature algorithms, to see what we could do in our algorithms to make them smarter so that we can meet the same criteria that people meet with the radar and camera. And then we made modifications to the way the radar detects certain targets and the way that our algorithms work so that we could meet those requirements, and that allows us to get greater functionality at a much lower cost.
Okay. I was thinking about when you had mentioned also previously the One Ford with regards to this technology and being able to be a little bit more cost effective with it. So is this technology something that is only on the North America cars, or is it something that's on, say, the Mondeo as well?
Yeah, we try to focus on technologies that will be useful globally. So if they don't have it today, we would definitely be working towards bringing it to Europe. Okay. Many of these features are already available in Europe, and will be available in Asia Pacific. We can't really speak to what specifically is on the Mondeo, for example. We've got to focus on the Fusion for right now. But I think it's safe to say that we are trying to be as global as we can, and we're focusing on how we can deliver features that are going to be useful to our customers in the U.S., Canada, Europe, China, all over the world.
Okay. Ford also stated that a recent survey shows 82% of Americans are paying more upfront for green products that save money longer term. The Fusion will offer auto start-stop technology as a $295 option on EcoBoost models. Will this, as well as other safety tech features, be standalone options that can be had on any model Fusion, or will they only be offered in a package on the top-of-the-line titanium models?
I can't really speak to auto start, and in general marketing, the marketing side of things isn't our specialty. We're the engineers behind it. So I will say that the active park assist feature feature. The auto park feature is offered as a standalone option on the 2013 Fusion.
Okay.
So you can get that on any trim series from the base SE all the way up to the titanium. And it's enabled by our electronic power steering system, which is also available across the board. So that is one driver assistance feature that is a standalone option. I know that they have packaged some of them together, but again, we're not really involved in those decisions, so I'm not sure how they decide how to package those things.
Okay.
Fuel economy is really important, though, and just to comment on that start-stop technology, it's really great. I don't know if you've ever had the opportunity to drive a vehicle with that technology, but if you're not driving a hybrid or electric vehicle and you want significantly improved fuel economy, it's a great way to reduce your idle time and save a lot of fuel.
Okay.
So I think it's a great technology.
Okay. And so I guess we can assume, though, that these technologies also will trickle down to some of the other models. Like you'll be able to see them eventually on the Edge and the Focus, or at least some of the technologies. And then I guess also Lincoln models as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, our goal is to offer these technologies to all of our customers, not just the customer that's looking for the Fusion segment vehicle. I mean, it's definitely a great car to have these features because it's a family car. It's the type of vehicle that people who are really concerned about safety are interested in. But certainly our goal is to, offer these types of features on all of our product lineup as we go forward.
Okay. Now this last section today, I'd actually just like to ask you guys some more personal questions with regards to the technology. For example, how long did you guys work on this technology?
So we both worked within, electrical research for quite a while.
Uh-huh.
I actually have been working specifically on these technologies since the beginning of this year, so not too long. The engineers in my group have been working on them for years and years. In fact, I have one engineer who's the founder of the video camera at Ford. He's basically the first guy that launched the first one, and he's still our core camera engineer.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but myself, I've only been in the group since January.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Well, I've actually worked, I guess I'm similar to the camera guy, because I worked on the conception of the collision warning with brake support feature many, many years ago. I've been working in active safety for about 10 years now, and I just love it so much I've never left, and we keep on adding more and more technology, doing more with the sensors that we have, adding more functionality, and more, different target types, more functionality to what the car will do in the event of a collision. So it's been a very exciting area, but I've worked in this area for 10 years, and that's when we started developing our own algorithms that are found on many, Ford vehicles now, as well as some other vehicles that Ford used to own, but no longer own.
Okay. Do you have a specific feature that intrigues you personally or impacts you the most?
Of the driver assistance and active safety features?
Yes.
For me, I've talked about it a lot already, but the blind spot system with cross-traffic alert is the one that impacted my own personal life the most because I use it all the time. When I'm changing lanes on the freeway, I use it. When I'm backing out of a parking spot at the grocery store, I use it. And it has saved me a number of times in, a busy parking lot, pulling out, and you hear that beep and look back, and there's someone coming that you didn't see. So that's probably the one that most impacts me personally.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if one's impacted me personally, but I always enjoy driving with adaptive cruise control on because I feel that, when I'm driving with regular cruise, it's just such a pain to be constantly resetting your cruise when you apply the brakes and starting it up again. And with adaptive cruise control, it's just so nice to turn the system on and let the car do all of that modifications for you. It's extremely convenient. And I'm always amazed at how well it does with tracking the vehicle in front of you and then maintaining your vehicle speed. I've heard people say that once they get adaptive cruise control, they can never drive a vehicle without it.
Exactly. Is there anything that you would have liked to put in this technology that maybe you guys weren't able to do yet, or maybe that's coming in the future?
Yeah, that's a tough one because a lot of times we're limited. I mean, I have to, say we're limited by the sensor technology that's available. So there's a ton of things be sure that the sensor can provide that functionality in a robust way. So we have to make sure that we can see the types of things that we want to see and process the information in the way that we want to see it. And until we're confident that the sensors can provide that sort of information to our feature, we're normally a bit more conservative on not letting that out until we're 100% confident that we can provide that functionality. But every day we're looking to add more functionality based on sensor capability.
Yep, and always looking for new technologies that can add to the features that we have today.
So basically you guys have a lot of ideas, but you're still limited to the tech that is available at your disposal right now.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
It's growing. I mean, the field is growing, and there's also advancement in the technology and the sensors that we have. So.
Okay. Well, one final question then. There are currently other manufacturers who have already brought their versions of collision intervention technology to the market. Where does the technology that you discussed with us today put Ford in relation to other automakers, and how do you feel about the progress that Ford has made?
Well, actually, the technology that we're providing on the 2013 Fusion is extremely competitive with the other features that other automakers have put on the road. So if you look at maybe what BMW and Mercedes and Audi have as far as their collision mitigation technologies, we do a lot of benchmarking as far as even competitor vehicles and running them through the tests that we would normally run with our features and looking at what kind of performance they provide compared to the performance that we provide. And we've seen that the system that we're providing on the 2013 Fusion, which is also available on some other Ford vehicles as well, is very competitive with that. So we feel very excited about it because we're kind of, becoming a leader in something that's usually only found in luxury vehicles.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's true about some of the driver assist features too. When we compare our active park assist feature, for example, to some of the others, it's definitely high performer, and people really seem to like it. Our video camera image quality is also very much at the top of the industry. So I think that that's true.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Jennifer and Rebecca. We look forward to seeing the 2013 Ford Fusion in showroom floors. And I just want to thank you again for taking this time to talk with us about the new technology. This is Chris Lawrence.
Thank you for your time. Thanks. Yeah.
Thank you. This is Chris Lawrence from AutoAcademics.